We all know humans are the most advanced heterotrophs. The human alimentary canal is the most advanced alimentary canal which do amazing functions and digest our food. We have thoroughly studied the anatomy of human digestive system in our last video. Today, let's have a journey throughout our digestive tract and see how the complex food particles into simple diffusible particles or biomolecules. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Maliha's Outlook. The journey of our food starts from our mouth. When we ingest food, here in the mouth cavity, mastication starts. Our teeth chew down food into small particles. Tongue mixes all the enzymes and food together. Salivary glands present in our mouth release saliva which contain amylase. Amylase start breaking down the long chains of carbohydrates or polysaccharides into smaller molecules when hydrolyzed. So, long chain of starch convert into disaccharides called maltose. In this way, partial digestion of starch occurs. Saliva contains 95% water, some mucus, amylase, and lysozyme. Amylase and lysozymes are two enzymes present in saliva. Mucus moistens and lubricates the food so it can easily be swallowed and also trigger the digestion of starch in the food. It also helps in the absorption of glucose as our mouth cavity has so many blood capillaries which ultimately absorb simple glucose molecules present in our food. Lysozyme kills oral bacteria. Now the semi-solid, partially digested food particles stick together by mucus and molded into a round mass called bolus. Our tongue pushes this bolus into the pharynx. Here, epiglottis cover the glottis and food swallow down into esophagus. Esophagus has propulsive movement called peristalsis. These are alternate rhythmic contractions and relaxations of the gut wall which helps food to pass through from esophagus to the stomach. When food enters into the stomach, it passes through the cardiac region and fall into the gastric juices present in fundus. These gastric juices contain mucus, pepsinogen and hydrochloric acid. The mucus lubricates and protects the stomach lining from self-digestion by pepsin. The HCl kills the bacteria and activates the inactive enzymes pepsinogen into pepsin. Pepsin act upon protein and convert them into short-chain polypeptides. Food take rest in stomach for 4 hours. Then the periodic relaxation of pyloric sphincter releases small quantities of chyme into duodenum. The chyme on entering the duodenum meets the bile from the liver and the pancreatic juice from the pancreas. Bile is yellow in color, but on exposure to air, it changes to green. It contains water, bile salts, and bile pigments, but no enzyme. The bile salts, sodium bicarbonate, neutralize the acid of the gastric juice and make the chyme alkaline. The other salts emulsify the fats into small fat globules which can mix with water to form an emulsion. Fats can be digested only when emulsifies. The bile pigments, bilirubin and biliverdin are excretory products formed by the breakdown of hemoglobin of worn out red blood cells in the liver. Pancreatic juice is secreted by the pancreas under the stimulation of another hormone secretin produced by the duodenum. Secretin is produced under the stimulus of HCl carries with chyme. The pancreatic juice is a watery, colorless alkaline fluid having four enzymes: trypsin, chymotrypsin, amylase, and lipase. Trypsin is secreted as an inactive precursor, trypsinogen, which is activated by an enzyme enterokinase produced by the duodenum. It acts upon the polypeptides and proteins and convert them into polypeptides. Chymotrypsin converts casein into short-chain amino acids. Amylase convert starch and glycogen into maltose, and lipase convert emulsified fats into fatty acids and glycerol, which are the soluble end products of fat. Thus, the digestion of fat completed in the duodenum. Now the food passes from duodenum into jejunum. The digestion of food is completed within the jejunum by a number of enzymes such as maltase, sucrase, lactase, and peptidase. Here the final hydrolysis of disaccharide, tri, and dipeptides occur. The end products are monosaccharides and amino acids, respectively, which are liberated into the lumen of the small intestine. Also present in the small intestine is nucleotidase, which converts nucleotides to nucleoside. Now food passes from jejunum into ileum. It is now called chyle, which mostly contain digested food. The inner wall of the small intestine contains circular folds with finger-like microscopic projections called villi, whose walls are richly supplied with blood capillaries and the lymph vessels called lacteals. They are able to contract and relax constantly, thus bringing themselves into close contact with the food in the small intestine. Here the food start absorbing in the blood and lacteal through villi. Each villus is lined by epithelial cells having microvilli on their free surface. The monosaccharides and aminosaccharides are absorbed into the blood capillaries either by diffusion or through active transport, while the fatty acids and glycerol enter the epithelial cells of the villi. Here they are converted into simple fats called triglycerides, which then enter the lacteals and pass into the bloodstream. The blood capillaries converge to form the hepatic portal vein, which delivers the absorbed food to the liver, where it is stored and is distributed to all the cells of the body. The remaining undigested food particles enters in the cecum and then passes through the colon. Inorganic salts, vitamins, and water are absorbed in the colon. Many symbiotic bacteria present in the large intestine synthesize amino acid and some vitamins, especially vitamin K, which are absorbed into the bloodstream, while some metabolic waste and inorganic substances, especially calcium in excess in the body, are excreted as salts along with the feces, which are stored in the rectum for some time. When the rectum is full, the feces pass out through the process known as egestion. So, in this way, the journey of food starts from the mouth and ends up in the rectum. See you in the next video. Till then, keep digging your curiosity. Thank you for watching my video. Allah Hafiz.